What's up guys, welcome to my first video on the Waifu Slayer channel. My main channel is called MBK Fighting Coach, mostly focuses on NRS games, Mortal Kombat, Injustice and whatnot, but mainly Mortal Kombat. So for this channel, I'm going to especially focus on Granblue, and then other anime fighters as they come out like Guilty Gear and whatnot. I will be focusing this channel. But for my first video, I want to cover something very important about Djeeta, because if you want to pick her up, you have to learn this. It is how to do her technical input super. This is the one where she turns her hair blue like this. If you don't play Djeeta, you might not know, and you may just be thinking, well, all you gotta do is press quarter circle forward twice and you get your super in the technical input way, and that's it. But it's actually like a lot more difficult. She has the most difficult one in this game. So this is the input. It's 5L, 5L, 5M, 5M, 5H, 5H, 5L, 5M, 5H, quarter circle back S. Now if you try to do the super just pressing those inputs, it's actually pretty difficult to do. But there's an easy way that I found that I get it pretty consistently. But first let me tell you the reason you actually want to do it. So it's three things. 1, it does more damage. 2, you get better Oki. And 3, you're more likely to get the full animation. So let me just show you the full animation part. This is just a neutral, like starting off in neutral from like when you reset the map. So I'm gonna do the easy input super. You see, it does not do the full animation. This is what it's supposed to look like when you do it close. So note, you had to be a little bit closer to get the full animation, and you only got 3500 damage, which that is standard for most supers, but Djeeta is actually special. So now I'm going to do her technical input super from this range where it did not do full animation before, and it will do more damage. So it gets a full animation. It does 3700 damage instead of 3500, and if you notice, Zoe's a little bit closer, so you get better Oki. Now it's still kind of far, but you can run up and do a media, whatever. It's better in the corner because you can actually get a safe jump. So it is very important to learn. If you want to main Djeeta, you're gonna have to want to learn how to do this. So how the hell do you do this crap? Well, honestly, you can do most of it just by mashing different buttons at the right timing based on visual cues. So let's take a look at the inputs. So this is what you're gonna do. So you're gonna do the input of the super, quarter circle forward twice, 5H, whatever, the standard stuff. Then you're gonna mash 5L till you get to a certain point. Then when you get to that certain point, you're gonna mash 5M. Then when you get to another certain point, you're gonna mash 5H. And then when you get to a certain point, then you have to press 5L, 5M, 5H, and then quarter circle back S at a certain timing. But when you get to the end like that, it's very lenient, so you don't have to press it exact. You have like a large window when you can press the button, but you can visually see it. Because the last 3 hits of the super have, each one long individual hit, and you just gotta press the button during that time, so it's pretty easy to do. Okay, so let's take it step by step. So I'm gonna do the super and just mash 5L, and this is how far it will get. So you see it ends with that axe landing. So when you see that axe come out, that's when you start mashing 5M, and this is what it would look like. So you get to the point where there's like a mace that goes up. So when you see that mace go up, that is when you start mashing 5H. And then with the 5H part, you mash it until you see the last hit, the sword coming out. And then that's when you start pressing the 5L, 5M, and 5H, and then the whole quarter circle thing. So it's really best to do it step by step. So you just practice, you just mash just the 5L a few times just to get used to seeing the axe. Then you get used to adding in the 5M portion, then the 5H portion. Then you can start practicing adding the other part, and then you should look like this. So for the last part, when the second hit of the 5H portion hits, that's when you press 5L. When the 5L attack comes out, that's when you press 5M. When the 5M attack hits, that's when you press 5H. And then when the 5H part hits, that's when you do the quarter circle back S. So that's like the timing for the second part. Now it seems like a lot, it is a bit difficult at first to learn, but just take it step by step. Just practice each step till you master it, then move on to the next step. And then eventually you're gonna get it, and you're gonna get it pretty consistently, even like in 4 delay you could actually get it. It's pretty lenient, the timing, because remember, you're just mashing, You're just mashing 5L till you see the axe, then you're mashing 5M till you see the mace, mashing 5H till you see the sword, and then you press the other buttons at a specific timing. And once you get used to it, you don't have to see the last parts, you just have the muscle memory like in your mind, so you can just do it pretty easily. So that's about it for this tutorial. If you guys enjoyed, just make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I really appreciate it. And Waifu Slayer out.